Grinders and grinders, greetings and salutations. Listen, I go by the name of the Black Abstract. Listen, I just finished watching probably one of the best serious shows of 2021. We'll get into it right after this. All right, Squid Games is a South Korean survival drama television series streaming on Netflix. It was written and directed by a bunch of people whose names I cannot pronounce, so I'm not going to even try to humiliate myself by doing so. It is about a group of 456 people from all walks of life who are invited to play serious children games with life-threatening consequences to have a chance to win $38.7 million prize. It was released September 17th, 2021 and distributed by Netflix. And I am mad as hell that I was late as hell watching this movie or this show. Main cast is Sung Ji-hun, who is the main antagonist of the show, a chauffeur. He's a gambling addict. He lives with his mom and struggles to financially support his daughter. He participates in the game to settle his many debts. When I first watched this first episode, listen, I don't really like shows like this where the voices don't match up to what they're saying, and I don't like reading closed captions or subtitles because I got a lot of stuff going on, man. I got t-shirt press right there. I got a studio. I got a roadside business, truck business. I got a lot of stuff going on, and then I'm a dad too, so it's hard to keep my attention. So when I watch these shows, I always wind up rewinding them, and my girl be like, "Why you keep rewinding the show? Why you keep?" I'm like, because I missed it. And I want to make sure I got everything. So I went into this. I didn't really know what to expect, because it's not really my cup of tea. And I watched the first episode and I was like, damn, this dude is a loser. Like, I've been in this position before. Before I had a child, though. The reason I got on my shit is because I did have a kid. But it's like beforehand, like, okay, I know how it is to be down on your luck and just shit just not going your way. And you trying to constantly climb out of a hole. And this dude, living with his mom, had to do the same thing. So I kind of understood where he was coming from. Then he finds out about the game. When he's getting slapped ridiculously in that train sub terminal, he gets the card, calls the card, and he participates the first time. And that was crazy. That first scene, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know this was like life or death. I didn't watch any trailers for this. I just saw it on Netflix. It was trending, so I was just like, what is this? And that first initial game where they're playing, where she's saying, go, green light, red light. And then the first dude that got shot, they were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, people like, yo, all right, stop playing. They thought the one dude was playing, his man did, and then come to find out they were just taking these motherfuckers out. Bah, 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 bah. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo. Then I was all in. When I seen that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all in. You also have Cho Sang-hoo, the head of an investment team at a securities company. He's a junior to Ji-hun and was a gifted student who studied at Seoul National University, but is now wanted by the police for stealing money from his clients. And this is who his mom wants him to be like. I guess these two are like good friends. That's what they try to make it seem. And he's also smart. He reads the fine print, so he knows the clauses of the game. So after that initial game, a lot of people are like freaked the fuck out. They're like, yo, let us out of here. We got to get out of here. And then you got some people who like, all right, that was bad, but I want to stay. So this guy realizes it's a clause in the contract to where if the majority votes to get out, they can leave. So they take a vote and majority wins and they all leave. Then they get outside and they realize life outside is not the same. Like it's not what it's cracked up to be. Finds out his mom has diabetes. She's dying. They don't have insurance. He doesn't have any money. So he's just trying to figure it out, At the beginning, he won some money at the racetrack bet, got it stolen by one of the girls who's actually in the game. And fucking winds up he's in gambling debt by loan sharks, and everybody's that's involved in this game. It's a bunch of different other characters too. If you watched it, you know the characters. Who was the one character I cannot stand? Jung Dunk Soo, the gangster, who got massive debts as well, but the one that was just punking everybody. Oh my, he just irked my soul. I was just like, will somebody just take him out, please? Like, it was irking my soul. But anyway, all these people, the main characters, and wind up coming back. They even got this elderly old man who was such a sweet man. Old Nam. These names, man. An elderly man with a brain tumor who prefers playing the game as opposed to willing to die. He actually sees the main character outside. Like these characters are like cross running into each other, and he sees the old man. And wasn't that funny in the first game when the old man was just laughing the whole time? He was like, we learned out at the end why he was laughing, because obviously they wasn't going to shoot him, but he was just like, yeah. Yo, I thought that was so funny, man. He was really enjoying himself. He was like, and he made it across, whatever. But, yeah, so they all wind up going back to the game. Like, life outside is just so bad. And this actually brought up a topic recently where they said there's a lot of inequality in South Korea. Obviously, we know what's going on over there with King Jong-soo or whatever his name is. So this, a lot of people say this show actually brought light to what's really going on over there. Anyway, they get back to the game, and then there's a bunch of other games they got to compete with. And man, this was just a good watch, man. If you like bloody and gory stuff, this is for you. If you don't, hey man, watch it. Anyway, fuck it, be a man. My favorite game. What was the favorite game in there? And listen, the gangster. This is why I don't like the gangster. You remember when they set up the thing where they actually like made it seem like it was a food shortage because they wanted the players to start like killing each other off. That was fucked up in itself. But the gangster kills this dude like right in front of everybody just from kicking him. I don't know how he killed him, but he must have hit him pretty hard. Then they all devise a plan at night. They just gonna start killing everybody, knocking people off. So in the middle of the night, they just doing massacring people, trying to stab people. And you get our 5 or 6 main characters. They kind of form of alliance. Everybody's got like alliances now. And this guy's alliance, they just figure at it. When the lights go out, we just gonna poke everybody up. You get a cop whose brother was in the Squid Games who actually winds up sneaking into this place. He follows them, gets on the boat, winds up taking one of the members' uniforms, kills him, throw him over the boat. And I'm like, dude, you a cop. You just killed somebody. Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, your morals just went right out the window. Then winds up killing somebody to kind of figure out where his brother is. And come to find out, his brother was a winner. If I'm not mistaken, if I didn't read that wrong, his brother was wind up winning the Squid Games, if I'm not mistaken. So where the hell is his brother? Maybe he was traumatized after everything that happened, like my boy Sung Jin Hun was. Favorite game in the show. Not favorite, but the most intense one I would have to say was I don't know, that tempered glass one was pretty. That was fucked up. My favorite was when that tug of rope though. That tug of war. That tug of war was that was intense, man. And the old man was monitoring. Yeah, we gotta lean all the way back and hold. And they wind up winning, but that shit was. I don't know. I like that one the best for some reason, man, because that's something I used to play in high school too, tug of war, or grammar school, elementary school, and I was a beast at that shit. So that was probably my favorite gun. I didn't like the marble joint. That was sad, man. The whole marble or the marbles, when they was throwing the marbles, they had to figure out games for that. That was sad. Cause a lot of our favorite characters got killed off right there. What was the one lady too, man, that was banging a gangster? Let me see. What is her name, dude? She was crazy as hell. A mysterious and manipulative woman who claims to be a poor single mother. Yeah, I believe that's her. So she was nuts, and she was banging a gangster. Then he kicks her out before the tug of war because he like, yo, we need men. They wind up winning anyway. But like these people are doing this tug of war and it's like on this big high platform. So if you get pulled off, you fall to the bottom or you hanging off. But then they got a sharp guillotine that just chops the wire and you fall down to your death. Each game has as we know, the loss is a loss of life. So you're out of here. They're burning all these people in this incinerator. It's just all kinds of stuff that's going on. You get the cop that's sneaking around trying to find everything, and he's almost getting caught, and it's killing. And they find out about him. Then you, at the end, you get who the VIPs are, and these rich ass people who are just doing this purely for the entertainment, betting on these games, watching this, and I'm like, this is some sick shit right here, man. He actually tries to bang one of the cops because he's an old gay man, and the cop wanted biting his dick off. I'm like, what? There's just so much in this show. It's just so much. But you keep coming back for more each episode. And the compassion that the main character had for everybody, man. Like when the old man passed away, he was just bawling. And then the fact that he tried to manipulate the old man with the marbles because he thought he had dementia or he thought he knew he had a brain tumor. So he was like lying to him. And then the old man told him at the end, like, yo, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, I know what you tried to do or whatever, but he gave him the marbles anyway because he knew he was dying. And it was crazy, man. It was a great watch, man. It's probably one of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite series of 2021, man. The ending was great. How it didn't show him, he gets out and then his mom has died. So he did all this for his mom, and he gets out and she's laying on the floor, she's dead. So this dude has trauma after trauma after trauma. And then we see a year later, he hasn't touched the money that much because he's just so fucking traumatized. Like, you got to think about how many people this dude and saw die. It was 456 people. Only him survived. Think about that. Only him. He seen 455 people die. That's nuts. That's nuts to even think about that. So, he finally snaps out of it. He winds up meeting and seeing that the old man was actually he was actually the main one, that he was the guy behind the game. He didn't even die. He was laying in the hospital. He's one of the rich elite, and he did this game for his entertainment. It was games from his childhood. He wanted to play one last time. He chosen to play one last game where he winds up actually dying for real this time. And we see the main character snap out of it. He goes to take care of the girl who they formed an alliance with, brother, because that was her main objective, was to get this money for her and her brother. And that fight scene at the end, man, between his childhood friend Sang-woo, who got super shady and greedy at the end and was killing off everybody that was part of the alliance. And he pushed the guy in a tempered glass, and then he tricked the one guy and put the rocks inside his bag. I'm like, what a scumbag. But it's survival of the fittest. You knew somebody had to go, and shit, it's rather it be you than me. So I see what he had to do. But that fight at the end in the rain, that shit was intense, boy. That was a good fight. As simple as it was great, man. The way the camera worked, the rain, it worked, man. And then the compassion, like I said, the main character has for everybody. He's just crying, and you know, he know this guy's mom. He know this guy. This is somebody he know. He grew up with him. Like, it's just sad to see, man. And the guy wind up actually killing himself because he was just like, yo, take them, because he wasn't going to take the money. That's how fucking passionate he is. He was going to say, forget the money, help his boy up, and like, let's just go. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. After all that. And then the guy wound up killing himself and said, man, just take care of my mom. I'm like, this is tough right here, man. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a season 2. They better not mess this up, man. Don't fumble the ball. I don't know how they're going to do it, but only way I can see them do it is with new characters, new games. Obviously, probably seeing G. Hans might return. I could probably see that, but man, this was a great show, man. Make sure you check it out. If you saw it already, post in the comments below what you thought about it. And if there's anything I left out, let's discuss it below. As always, peace, love, and prosperity. I am the Black Abstract. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Cash App is in the description below if you want to donate or if you want to buy some merch. IamTrill.com. Thank you.